Hello and welcome back to the Worst Possible Commander Show. Today we journey to the Valley to play new Animal Folk commanders from Bloomburrow. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this video. Use the link in the description to find your local game store and purchase your Bloomburrow cards today. In our Rule Zero conversation, we tell each other about the worst possible thing our decks can do. Let's meet the crew.
Hey guys, it's me, it's CGB, and I've changed. I don't know if you can tell from the sweater, but I have changed. I am aware that fun is no longer a zero-sum game. I am aware that Commander is meant to be great for all of us. I have become aware of things I have done to damage that vibe in the past, and I am turning over a whole new leaf with Miss Bumbleflower, because I'm playing Group Hug today.
Whoa.
Aww.
I'm very suspicious.
Yeah, me too.
Miss Bumbleflower is a 4-mana 1/5 rabbit citizen with vigilance. Whenever I cast a spell, target opponent draws a card, and I put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, I draw 2 cards. It's unbelievable that I'm playing a Group Hug deck. I'll whip my hair back and forth with Miss Bumbleflower giving my friends irresistible creature buffs and card draw. Everybody needs some bunny sometimes. I'll keep calm and carry it on playing nice, because my real hair-brained scheme is to set up a successful operation by giving my creatures tons of boosts and flying over their creatures for lethal. I love a hoppy ending.
Hey guys, it's Blake, and today I'm gonna be spitting a tune with my new raccoon.
Cute.
I know! He's a raccoon bard!
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
That's what I am. Bello, Bard of the Brambles, is a 3-mana 3/3 raccoon bard. During my turn, each non-equipment artifact and non-aura enchantment I control, with mana value 4 or greater, is a 4/4 elemental creature in addition to its other types, and it has indestructible, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I live for the simple things, like how much this is going to hurt. My masked singer uses Raccoon Roll to fill my battlefield with hasty, indestructible artifacts and enchantments that punch and let me pocket card draw. My Warstorm Surge isn't some do-nothing, it's an indestructible attacker that draws cards and burns faces. Backed up by a kindred charge, I'll be singing the victory song of the Raccoon-assance.
Hey everyone, it's Shea, and today I'm gonna be driving my opponents nuts with Hazel of the Rootbloom. Hazel of the Rootbloom is a 4-mana 3/5 squirrel druid. I tap Hazel, pay 2 life, then tap X untap tokens I control and add X mana and any combination of colors. At the beginning of my end step, I create a token that's a copy of target token I control. If that token is a squirrel, instead I create 2 tokens that are copies of it. Don't worry, I won't make too many acorny puns. Branch Manager Hazel is going to let me squirrel away tremendous heaps of mana. I'll be making bright-eyed and bushy-tailed token copies with Helm of the Host and Nexus of Becoming, and then I'll use my commander to make even more. I don't think it's going out on a limb here to say my nutty buddies will be scurrying around swinging some serious tail. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Hey, it's Ben. I'm back, better than ever with my bird bard making my baby birds.
Bam!
Bam!
Zinnia, Valley's Voice, is a 3-mana 1/3 bird bard with flying. Zinnia gets +X/+0, where X is the number of other creatures I control with base power 1. Creature spells I cast have offspring 2. Zinnia will become a proud parent today. It'll be so exciting watching my 1/1s hatch onto the battlefield. My offspring will have me feeling pretty fly for a bird guy. My worst possible win con will be to make a ton of 1/1s and give my commander double strike with lizard blades. The power of my flock will make my friend Stork Raven mad, and I'll be e-mused.
Thank you to the weekly sponsors of this video, CoolStuffInc.com and Ultimate Guard. And a special thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this week's video. Shea won the die roll, so let the nonsense begin.
I will draw for turn. I'll play a Fabled Passage and crack it right away. I'll grab a swamp and it'll enter tapped, and then I will pass to Ben.
Alright, I'll draw for turn. Play Flooded Strand and sack and crack it. Got a Sacred Foundry, and they'll enter tapped. Go ahead, CGB.
Draw for turn. I will play a Windswept Heath and pass to Blake.
All right, I'm gonna draw for turn. I will play a forest and pass to Shea.
I'll draw. I'll play a forest, and then I'll pass.
I'll untap. Draw for turn. I'll play the new Exotic Orchard.
So pretty.
I'm gonna tap 2 for the new Arcane Signet art. Heck yeah. Go ahead, CGB.
Allow me. At the end of your turn, CGB is gonna crack his Windswept Heath, paying 1 life.
When do I get to play my cards?
I'm just here to help, man.
Do you want to tell them what I got?
I think you're gonna get a Meticulous Archive.
I got a Meticulous Archive. When it enters the battlefield tapped, I will surveil 1. I will keep that sweet magic card on top and untap and draw. I will play Hinterland Harbor. It will enter untapped because I control an island. And I will play the first bunny of the day, Quain Itinerant Meddler. This is a 2-mana 1/3 Rabbit Wizard legend, and it taps to let each player draw a card, and each player who drew a card gains 1 life.
You changed.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's my character arc in this particular game. Your turn.
All right. I will untap and draw for turn. I'll play a mountain and an Arcane Signet, the new pretty one. And I will pass to Shea.
I'll draw. Then I'll play an Oak Hollow Village as my land for turn. Then I will pay 3 for a Tireless Provisioner.
We know that one.
We know that one.
Foods. Foods and treasures.
You play Nadu 1 time and suddenly...
More lands.
Yeah.
Pass to Ben.
All right, I'll untap. Draw for turn. I'll play an island for turn. I'll bring out Zinnia, Valley's Voice.
Caw.
Now pass to you, CGB.
Untap, draw for turn. I will play Overflowing Basin as my land. Tap 3, and let's cast Evolution Witness. This is a 2/1 Elf Shaman Mutant. It has Adapt 1 and a green, and whenever 1 or more counters are put on Evolution Witness, I return target permanent card from my graveyard to my hand.
Ooh.
I could attack with this bunny, but something tells me that's not the group hug way, so I will pass the turn.
Yay. I'm gonna untap, draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Carplusion Forest, and tap 4 for Essica's Chariot. Chariot, my wayward cat.
The barding begins.
I know, dude.
Oh man, gosh.
When it enters
cat
the
color.
battlefield, I will create 2 adorable cats. Yep, the cat Talak, if you will.
The Cadillac. Oh, okay.
And I will pass to Shea.
Very cool. Untap, draw, play a swamp as my land for turn, and that's a Tireless Provisioner trigger, and I'm gonna make a treasure. And here's my treasure. It's so cute.
Aww.
Look at there's a bunch of raccoons.
Wait.
It's like the nesting raccoon.
Those should be your treasure.
Yeah, give them back.
Oh, it's mine. I'll pay for 2 cast Hazel of the Rootbloom. He's a squirrel. Da-da-da-da.
Nice.
Nice. I'll move to combat, and the Tireless Provisioner is going to go to Ben.
Okay. I will not block, and I'll take 3.
I'm going to move to my end step, and when I do, I'm going to create a token of this treasure because of my commander, Hazel. And that's my turn. Pass to Ben.
All right, I'll untap, draw for turn. Play a Lily Pad Village. I'll tap 3 for an Aether Channeler. I'll pay 2 from my commander's ability to Offspring, which will create a token copy of it.
2 Aether Channelers.
I have a second Aether Channeler, and they will both enter with a 1/1 bird.
Caw-caw.
Ben, can you like move the tokens
yeah.
apart though?
Oh, you want them like this?
Yeah, because
Okay.
one's the offspring, and you've got to keep them separated.
Okay.
Wow.
You know, CGB is playing something new, group hug. Like, I feel like that's pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's changed.
Yeah.
I gotta respect the Cadillac.
Yeah, the Cadillac, dude.
Because love that card.
Sounds like you're going
And
with
Shea attacked me,
Yeah.
so.
I was gonna say he was hyping himself up.
So Shea, I'm gonna attack you with my commander, and because of its ability, it gets +3/+0 when it attacks.
Wow.
So it's a 4/3 coming at you in the air.
Commander. Let's go, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't block that flying, so I'll take 4.
And that's my turn. Go ahead, CGB.
On end step, as everybody's friend, which I am, I will tap Quain, and each player may draw a card. You may also gain 1 life. I'm going to choose to draw a card and gain 1 life.
I will do so too.
Wow, very cool.
I will too.
Now, if it's my turn, I will untap and draw. Let's play Basic Plains, tap 4, and bring out my commander, Miss Bumbleflower. My commander is Miss Bumbleflower. That's just a thing I can say in 2024 as a Magic player.
Heck yeah.
Then I'll pass the turn. What more could I ask for?
That's all we can ever ask for from you. I'm gonna untap, draw for turn. I'm gonna start by paying 2 for a Gruel Signet. Then I'm going to pay 3 for Bello, Bard of the Brambles.
Yeah. It's a guitar playing bard. Plays whatever, I guess.
Plays whatever.
Probably any instrument, really.
Yeah. He's multifaceted, man.
A raccoon of many talents.
I've been called that. Then I'm going to play a Gruel Turf, returning the force to my hand. And now my Essica's Chariot, as long as Bello's on the battlefield, is already a creature with indestructible haste. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Wow.
And CGB...
Yo, I have a 1/5.
Your flower's so big, dude.
Big bunny booty.
That's what I call you. All right, Benjamin. I'm going to send my Essica's Chariot at you. It's a 4/4 that if it hits you, I draw a card. On attack, I'm going to make another cat.
I'm gonna not block the Cadillac
Oh.
He would totally block.
because I respect it.
And I'm going to draw a card.
Yeah.
Benjamin. Go ahead, Shea.
Untap. Draw. Play a Fountain Port as my land for turn. And when the Fountain Port enters, Tireless Provisioner triggers, and I'll make another treasure. Paying 6. I'm gonna cast Nexus of Becoming.
Ooh.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, draw a card, then you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand. If you do, create a token that's a copy of the exiled card, except it's a 3/3 Golem artifact creature in addition to its other types. I'm gonna move to combat, and I will draw off of the Nexus of Becoming.
Oh God, what's it gonna be?
Nice.
Not too nice, I hope.
Just a little bit of nice.
Nothing crazy. All right, then I will exile this Prosperous Innkeeper from my hand, and I will create a token copy of it. That is a 3/3 Golem as well. All right, here's my Prosperous Innkeeper Golem. When he
He's
enters,
buff.
he is buff. When he enters, I will create a treasure. You know, I think I'm just gonna chill. No attacks declared. No attacks declared. I will leave combat. Using my commander's ability, I'm gonna tap it and pay 2 life to tap 2 of my treasures for 2 mana to cast a Squirrel Sovereign. Other squirrels you control get +1/+1.
It is so happening right now.
And when the Squirrel Sovereign enters, I will gain a life from the Innkeeper. Moving to my end step, I will make a copy of the Prosperous Innkeeper using my commander's ability.
So another 3/3?
Yes.
Ugh.
This ain't big enough for the both of us.
And another treasure and a life from the first innkeeper.
Okay, another Innkeeper Golem. And when it enters, I'll make another treasure. And I will gain a life. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah,
That's
okay.
it. Pass to Ben.
Okay.
Get her, Ben.
Yeah, I'll untap.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love everybody. I am a group hug player. I would
right.
not.
That's right,
I
that's
would
right.
not be partial like that. But get her, Ben.
Draw for turn. I'm gonna tap 2 for a Spirited Companion, and as I cast it, I will have an offspring of it.
Oh, little baby
So I'll get a
dog.
Whoa, pupper.
And when those two enter, I'll draw a card for each. Ooh. I'll play a Temple of Enlightenment for turn and scry 1. I'll keep that on top. Okay, I'm gonna go through it again. Group hug.
Yeah.
Cadillac.
Yes.
Problem.
Yes.
Shea, I'm gonna swing at you. My bird commander. Giving it +5/+0. So it's a 6/3. In the air.
That's 10 commander already.
That's 10 commander already.
He's fast.
Ben, I don't like this, but I can't block. So I'll take the damage. That was 6?
6, yeah. 6. I'll go ahead, CGB.
Time for the hug. I will tap Quain, and each of you may draw a card and may gain 1 life. I will choose to.
Me too.
I will as well.
Me too.
So because of that draw, CGB from Quain,
Yeah.
I'll have to discard, but I have an instant. I'm gonna tap 1 for blue. Into the Flood Maw. Gift of tapped fish. This means you may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they create a tapped 1/1 blue fish creature token before its other effects. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. If the gift was promised, instead return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Shea, I will gift you a tapped fish.
You're gifting a creature to the person who can use a creature token the most, Ben.
Oh, is it a token? Oh, it is. But I'm returning the Nexus of Becoming to her hand.
No.
No, I can accept this. Oh wait, you had a plot.
I had the sickest play ever, Benjamin.
Oh, sorry I helped.
Oh, you did.
Maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe this isn't so bad. Thank you. It's a tapped fish?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. Nice. That'll be 2 Innkeeper triggers.
You also gifted her 2 life, dude.
Wait, that's not my fault. They were just on her battlefield. They were just on her battlefield. Come on.
Okay, and the Nexus of Becoming will go to my hand.
Jesus. Next time I'll just discard, I guess.
Yes.
Go ahead, CGB.
Oh my lord. This is what happens. I group hug, and then I get to watch you guys play cards I would play in ways I would not play them. It's kind of infuriating, I'm gonna be honest. I will draw for turn. I'll tap 2, and I will cast a Ledger Shredder. A bird advisor. When I cast a spell, target opponent draws a card from Miss Bumbleflower. What do you want? What is going on? What? If I give you a card, will you go away? Mm-hmm. Oh God, I can smell his beard.
What's that mean?
Nothing. Yes, Blake,
Nice.
you may draw a card. Jesus, leave me alone. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. I will use Miss Bumbleflower to put a +1/+1 counter on Evolution Witness. When a counter is placed on the Evolution Witness, I return target permanent card from my graveyard to my hand. That's the Windswept Heath coming back to hand.
The value.
I know, you're impressed, right?
I am.
Evolution Witness gains flying until end of turn. Do you really like your card? Are you happy about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it a lot?
So much.
So much?
You're such a good friend.
I am a good friend. I'm glad you noticed. I really am.
For now.
I'm going to play a Windswept Heath, and I'm going to pay 1 life and crack it and go get a forest.
Why do I feel like I'm about to not like whatever he's about to do?
I will tap that forest, and for 1 mana, because I have legendaries, I will channel a Boseiju who endures and destroy Asika's chariot.
Whoa.
Okay, fine.
Did you like land? You like lands. Go ramp. Get a land with a basic type.
Yeah, okay. I got a stomping ground.
So much hostility. I will tap 2 and cast Incubation Druid. When I put this on the stack, I will have a trigger from the Ledger Shredder. I will draw a card and discard a card. I will discard a basic island. I will also trigger Miss Bumbleflower. So, Blake, I still appreciate you. You're a great person, and Shea can draw a card.
Nice.
I will use Miss Bumbleflower's ability to put another +1/+1 counter on Evolution Witness and give it flying again. I will return the Boseiju who endures from the graveyard to my hand, which Shea should keep in mind because of that Nexus.
Okay.
And I will draw 2 cards because this is the second time Mrs. Bumbleflower's ability has resolved this turn.
Wow.
I've never been so angry.
I'll try to help you out. I will attack you, Blake, in the air with double flying with a 4/3 Evolution Witness.
I will take 4.
Why do I just love seeing him angry? I will move to my end step, and like a responsible gamer with too many cards in my hand, I will discard this Hallowed Fountain to hand size. Go ahead, Blake.
Not gonna play an instant?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw for turn. Alrighty. After that heinous turn from CGB, I'm gonna play a tapped Path of Ancestry. I'm gonna tap my Gruul Turf to play a new one, Trail Tracker Scout. Alright, Trail Tracker Scout is a 1/3 that has tap to add 1 mana of any color, and whenever you expend 8, return up to 1 target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. And you expend 8 as you spend your 8th total mana to cast spells during a turn. So I've already cast 2 mana worth of spells. Once I've cast 6 more, then I get to return my Asika's Chariot that you graciously murdered. I'm gonna tap 5, and as my comeuppance for the turn that shall not be named, I'm gonna cast the Might Stone and Weak Stone. And when it enters the battlefield, I choose one, and I am gonna forego drawing 2 cards.
You wouldn't.
To give your commander -5/-5 CGB.
Wow.
You are going to not draw 2 cards to target Miss Bumbleflower with the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. That is what you are telling
Miss
me.
Bumbleflower, you must be taught a lesson, CGB.
Must I?
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, trigger. That is your second spell. So
Yep.
Ledger Shredder will trigger. I will draw, and I will discard. I will discard Parting Gust, which is a new card that can blink a creature, but that will not matter now. I will put a +1/+1 counter on the Ledger Shredder because it's a non-land. Then I will tap Quain with that ability still on the stack, and each of us can gain 1 life and draw 1 card.
Including me.
Yeah, including you.
Thanks.
Even though you don't like drawing cards anymore.
You caught me, dude.
Then I will sacrifice Quain to cast Flare of Fortitude. I may sacrifice a non-token white creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost, and until end of turn, my life total can't change, and permanents I control have hexproof and indestructible. So Mrs. Bumbleflower did not appreciate what you are doing, but what we're going to do is use the ability that goes on the stack when I cast Flare of Fortitude to, first of all, let Blake draw a card, because I don't hold grudges. And second of all, put a +1/+1 counter on the Evolution Witness to get back Quain, Itinerant Meddler, from my graveyard to my hand with the Evolution Witness.
I don't like this high road CGB that's going on right now. It doesn't feel right. All right, I'm gonna go to combat, and I have a 4/4 indestructible haste thingy that's gonna go at Shea. And if you don't block, I'll draw a card.
Okay. I don't really want to block, so I'll take 4.
Oh, nice. But here's the real kicker. I'm gonna go to my end step, And I'm going to discard 3 cards to hand size.
Wow.
I'm going to discard a forest, a mountain, and a memory vessel. And then I'm going to pass to Shea.
I'll untap. I'll play a Swarm Yard as my land for turn. And when it enters, I'll make a treasure.
Oh, what does that taps to like regenerate squirrels?
Yeah, regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel.
Interesting.
I'll pay 2 for an arcane signet. Paying 6 using 2 of my treasures. It's the Nexus of Becoming.
Shocking.
And I know you got that removal over there, CGB, but caution to the wind.
No mana available right now.
I respect that.
Yep.
The Nexus of Becoming is your second spell for turn, so I'll trigger Ledger Shredder and Connive. I think I'm just going to upset Blake and discard Quain again. The inherit.
No!
Because I don't want to try to say the name. And I will put a +1/+1 counter on the Ledger Shredder.
I'll move to combat. I'll draw off of the Nexus of Becoming. Then I'm also going to exile this Scurry of Squirrels from my hand.
Wait, what? What's this?
So it's a 2/2 with Myriad.
What?
And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. But no haste. No haste.
The Golem doesn't have haste?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. All right, here's my Golem Squirrel. They are 4/4s. All right, and when that guy enters, I'm gonna gain 2 off of the Prosperous Innkeeper. All right, time to try to put a dent in some birds. I'm gonna send the Tireless Provisioner and a Prosperous Innkeeper to Ben.
6.
6.
Well, I'll block the Tireless Provisioner with my Aether Channeler.
Okay,
And I'll take the other one for 3.
okay, sounds good.
They'll both die.
They'll both die. I'll pay 2 life and tap my commander to use its ability. I'm also gonna tap the Innkeeper, the Fish, and 2 treasures. And that is to cast Skyfisher Spider. When he enters, you may sacrifice another creature. I will sacrifice this fish, and when you do, destroy target non-land permanent.
Ooh, anything?
Anything.
My gift.
Ben's fish.
What are you targeting?
I have worse news, Ben. I'm gonna target your commander.
You threw a fish at the bird and it died?
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen, does it?
That fish was a gift.
You know, that really threw a wrench in my plans there, Shea. But he'll die by the fish. Put him in my command zone.
I needed to delay more commander damage.
Shea turned it into a swordfish and threw it at him.
Nice.
Ben, I tried to warn you, you were gifting the fish to the wrong player.
Yeah, I guess so. For sure.
When the spider enters, I'll gain 2 off of the innkeepers. I'll move to my end step, and I'm gonna make a copy of this token, the Scurry of Squirrels.
I knew it.
Okay, here are my 2 Scurry of Squirrel golems. And that's gonna be some Prosperous Innkeeper triggers, so I will gain 4. It's your turn, Ben.
Okay, I'll untap. Draw for turn. You know, Shea?
Yeah.
You destroyed my plan A, so it's time for plan B. I'll play a Cliff Top Retreat for my land drop. I'm going to tap 5 to play Starfall Invocation. I get to gift a card. I'll choose Shea.
Why?
Because she totally didn't kill my commander. Destroy all creatures. If a gift was promised, return a creature card put into your graveyard this way onto the battlefield under your control.
Wait, so that's plan B is to destroy all creatures?
All creatures, yes. So she killed my commander, I kill her whole creature board.
Okay, great. I guess plan B stands for bad.
Nice.
Oh,
Stands for bunnies.
Stands for birds. Yeah, I'm passing priority. I can't do anything about it.
Good for me, buddy.
I do have a response. I will tap my Swarm Yard, and I'm gonna choose to regenerate the Scurry of Squirrels.
Did you see that one coming? Bird brain?
Nah, it's only one creature, it's fine.
Yeah, that regenerates. So, boom.
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 Oh.
because I gifted you a card, Shea. My spirited companion comes back, and I get to gift myself a card, it looks like.
Aww.
I'm going to choose not to exile Skyfisher Spider from my graveyard.
Watch this awesome play, guys. I'll tap 2 for an Ornithopter of Paradise.
Hey, yo.
Ramp.
You can tell he's feeling really good about that board wipe. He's feeling really good about it.
Ram.
Yeah. Your turn, CGB.
Thank you. I will untap my lands and nothing else. I will draw for turn. I will play a Lupin Flower Village. I think we will set up for some mana generation. I will play a Kami of Whispered Hopes. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a permanent I control, that many +1/+1/+1 counters are put on that permanent instead. Got that?
No.
Yeah.
It taps for X mana of any color where X is its power. Then I will tap 3 for Rishkar, Pima Renegade. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature I control with a counter on it has tap for a green. Because of Kami of Whispered Hopes, they will each get 2 +1/+1 counters.
Ooh.
Seems like you're cooking.
Spicy.
Give me a minute and it'll get really spicy. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, I'm going to untap. Oh, you want to see something amazing, CGB?
I mean, I would settle for just okay.
Oh, well, I'm not here to let you settle. I'm going to play a forest, and I'm going to tap 4 mana. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to play a Hedron Archive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Bring it on.
that's that good stuff. I'm going to pay 5 for Xenagos, God of Revels.
Scary.
I know. And then I'm going to pay 4 for Greater Good.
A lot of cool enchantmenty artifacty things you're setting up over there.
I know, I'm getting all set up, dude. Then I'm going to pass to Shea.
All right, I'll untap. I'll play a forest as my land for turn. Paying 6, I will cast Hazel again. Squirrel's back.
Yay.
Back again. I'm gonna move to combat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw off the Nexus. All right, I will exile this ravenous squirrel I just drew. And he says, whenever you sacrifice an artifact or a creature, put a 1/1 counter on Ravenous Squirrel, and then it has pay 3, sacrifice an artifact or creature, you gain a life and draw a card. But I'll turn him into a 3/3 golem. All right, Blake, I'm gonna send the OG Scurry of Squirrels at you.
This is an honor because it means I take the least amount of damage.
I mean, fair.
Well,
then
thank you.
I'm gonna myriad. So that means 2 more coming at CGB Ms.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
2 Scurry of Squirrels for CGB and 2 Scurry of Squirrels for Ben.
What fun.
Ben, are you going to block? You wouldn't do that to your dog.
Or your thought.
I wouldn't, you're right.
I feel like I could block because I have the Rishkar that's a 4/4, but I also smell shenanigans. I can see the shenanigans coming, so I will not block.
You mean shenanigans?
Yeah.
Well, CGB, you're right. There are shenanigans afoot. Before damage, I'm gonna burn a treasure to use this land's ability, and I'll put a 1/1 counter on each squirrel that entered this turn. Each of these 4 squirrels get 1/1 counters, and then the Ravenous Squirrel gets a counter because I used a treasure.
It also entered the battlefield this turn.
Oh, 2 1/1s.
And so did your commander.
Yeehaw.
Oh my gosh. So how much is that? I'm taking 4. No, I'm taking 8. I'm taking 8 from my scurry. Ben,
I'm
same?
taking 8.
I'm taking 2.
3.
3. Dang it.
Yep, down to 33.
That was a lot of damage, Shea.
That was
Well, there's more. Because whenever the scurry deals damage to a player, she puts a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So she has 5 +1/+1 counters that she gets to put on a creature now. Or any combination of these
yeah.
creatures.
right. I will disperse the counters like so. 1 on my commander, 2 on the Scurry of Squirrels, and 2 more on the Ravenous Squirrel.
But at least at the end of combat, don't those other ones exile?
Yes, these guys go away.
Ooh.
Then I'll move to my end step, And with my commander's ability, I'm going to make a copy of the Scurry of Squirrels.
Okay, this one's not going away.
And because it's a squirrel, I got 2 of them.
Oh my yes, that's right.
Ben, didn't you just wipe the board?
I thought I did.
Ben,
Guess not.
do better.
Yeah, give it a try, Ben. Your turn.
Give it a try.
Okay.
Do your best, Ben.
Okay, I'll untap, draw for turn, play an elegant parlor for turn, and surveil one.
He was a bird. She was a squirrel. Can I make it any more obvious?
This is not obvious to me whatsoever by that lead-in.
I'll leave it on top. I'm gonna tap 5 to play Spawn Gang Commander.
You goblins.
Ooh, goblins.
And Eldrazi Spawn. I'll make 3 of them when the spell is cast. Okay, I made 3 Eldrazi Spawn. And I'll tap 3, including the Ornithopter, and sacrifice 2 Spawn, so I only have 1 left, to cast my commander again. Zinnia. Valley's Voice.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I will tap the Kamiya of Whispered Hopes for white. I will tap the Rishkar Pima Renegade for green, and 1 more white. Blake, we're gonna work together. If I gift you a card, will you attack our mutual problem?
Shay?
That's the one.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to cast Starfall Invocation, the one that Ben cast.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm going to gift Blake a card. I'm going to destroy all creatures. And I'm going to return the Kami of Whispered Hopes from the graveyard to the battlefield because I gifted a card this way.
Oh no.
So, any response?
No, just a thank you.
I will regenerate the Scurry of Squirrels.
Ben?
No.
Kami of Whispered Hopes will return to the battlefield, but without any +1/+1 counters on it anymore.
I'm about to hit Shay for some damage, bro.
I know, I set it up, you're gonna knock it down.
Not to do some
You know?
damage.
Jordan and Pippin over here, am I right? Yeah.
Oh.
Who are those people, though?
I will cast Mrs. Bumbleflower.
Like from Pippin the Musical?
She's on par with Jordan for sure. I will pass the turn to you, Blake.
Wait, but what's it actually from?
No. I'm not helping with this one.
Okay.
I was expecting Mary and Pippin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Google
Michael.
Pippin and Jordan, you nerds.
Oh, they gotta be sports people or something, dude. Embarrassing. Alright, I'm gonna untap a bunch of about to be 4/4s, and I'm gonna draw a card. I'm gonna play a forest. Alright, I'm gonna tap 5 to replay my commander. Now, because I used Path of Ancestry, I will also get to scry 1. Alrighty, then I'm gonna tap 4 more. And I'm going to cast a Thran Dynamo.
That's so much.
I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 damage with haste. But it's going to be 24 because Xenagos is going to double the power. So I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to have Xenagos double the power of my Might Stone and my Weak Stone, which is going to make it an 8/8.
That's pretty good.
I am going to send 24 damage at Shay.
Well. Aw, nuts. I have no blockers, so I'm taking 24 damage.
All right, because 5 creatures did damage, I'm going to draw 5 cards.
Feels good, right?
It's so good. All right, I'm going to move to my end step where I have to discard 2 forests to my hand size, but what a fantastic recovery from the trash pandas. Go ahead, Shay.
Untap. Draw. I'll play a swamp as my land for turn. Tapping 8, I'm going to cast Hazel again. Next, I will move to combat. I will draw off of the Nexus. So I'm going to exile a Hazel's Brewmaster, which is a 3/4 with Menace. And whenever he enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and create a food token. Foods you control have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Hazel's Brewmaster.
What?
That's so cool. It's like a little Agatha's Cauldron throwback.
Oh my goodness. Okay then. Do you know what you're exiling from a graveyard?
I think I'm going to exile Blake's Mana Dork that he's got.
So the food's tap for mana.
Yeah.
So my Trail Tracker Scout?
Yes, please. Okay, so here's my food that I can tap for mana. Pretty sick. All right, Ben, I'm gonna attack you with the Scurry of Squirrels, and that means CGB and Blake get the Myriad.
Dude.
Ben has no blocks. I have a block. It's a 3/3, 2 3/3s.
2 3 3s.
You've got the land open again. Oh my gosh, does she have another trick? I will block a Scurry of Squirrels with Miss Bumbleflower.
I will do no blocks.
Okay, before damage, I'm gonna pay a green with my food and tap my land to give them all +1/+1.
Yep. It is a +1/+1 counter on each squirrel that entered the battlefield.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my Hazel Bruisemaster gets one, and so does my commander.
And so do the Scurries.
Yes, of course, so do these guys. So that means they are 4/4s, 2 4/4s coming at you both. You blocked one, CGB.
Yep. So
I'll take 5 from the 1.
I will take 4 from one of the unblocked Golem Squirrels.
And I will take the full 8 from both squirrels.
Very cool. All right, at the end of combat, these guys go away.
Good riddance.
They're just coming back.
Yeah.
And because I did combat damage with 4 squirrels, I can distribute 4 1/1 counters. Let's go 2 on my commander and 2 on the Brewmaster. Moving to end step. You guys know what I'm gonna do?
What?
No.
What?
I'm gonna copy the Scurry of Squirrels.
Shea, have you ever heard the definition of insanity? Just
Yes, I fully subscribe.
okay.
Fully subscribed.
I'm insane.
So 2 more Scurry of Squirrels?
Yes.
All right.
We just can't get rid of them, man.
It's a squirrel infestation!
It's definitely that.
Yeah.
That's all. Over to you, Ben.
Get her,
Can
Ben.
I not? Can I not?
Gosh, not take my turn.
I'm gonna untap, draw for turn. I'm gonna play Rockface Village. I'm gonna tap a big ol' 7
Do
to
something
play
big.
my commander. Woo!
Woo!
And then I'll tap 2 more to play a Stoneforge Mystic.
That's good.
That's a card.
Yeah.
What's it gonna get?
It's gonna get some kind of equipment. Okay, I got Lizard Blades, and that'll go to my hand. Pass you, CGB.
I will untap, I will draw, and see what I can do. How many cards you got in hand, Ben?
6.
Blake, you've got the 7.
Yes, sir.
Shea, how many cards do you have?
Let's see. 7.
Oh my goodness, we are playing the group huggiest group hug game. That must be because of me. You're all very welcome. I will tap for a blue. I will cast Wizard Class. This says I have no maximum hand size, and it is a class, so I can go to level 2 for 2 and a blue, which would mean I draw 2 cards. When I cast that, I will give Ben a card draw from Miss Bumbleflower.
Aw, thanks, Miss Bumbleflower.
Don't be jealous, dude. You're doing good. I set you up so good. I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on Kami of Whispered Hopes, and it will gain flying until end of turn. I will tap for 3, and I will play Mockingbird. This is a flying bird bard, 1/1, and I may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast Mockingbird, and the amount I spent is 3, even though X is equal to 2. It's a bird in addition to other types, and it has flying, and I'm going to make a raccoon bard friend, Bello. When I cast the Mockingbird, that is my second spell this turn, I will target Ben to draw a card.
Wow.
I will put another +1/+1 counter on my Kami of Whispered Hopes, and I will draw 2 cards from Miss Bumbleflower.
Miss Bumbleflower just handing out all the cards this turn.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of you for how you're playing group hug.
I bet you are.
I know my
bet you
pride
are.
means very little. I just want to let you know.
I will spend 2 mana on a Felwar Stone. I will have your compliments mean nothing. Ben, draw a card. I will use Miss Bumbleflower's ability to put another +1/+1 counter on Kami of Whispered Hopes, which now has triple flying. That should definitely be a thing. So whenever I put a +1/+1 counter on a permanent I control, I put that many +1/+1 counters on that permanent instead. So actually, I've been wrong. I should have 6 counters on this Kami.
Dude.
Holy cow!
That's a biggin.
Oh, that taps for so much more mana than I thought. Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh. Let's tap it for that mana. I'm going to make 7 green mana, and I'm going to cast Seedborn Muse.
Okay.
Jeez.
When this enters, Ben is going to draw a card.
Hell yeah.
Then I'm going to put 2 +1/+1 counters on my flying Bello. I will spend a blue mana with Felwar Stone thanks to Ben, and I will use the 2 more green mana to move Wizard's class to level 2. When this happens, I will draw 2 cards. I will drop Reliquary Tower as my land for turn, as I totally should. And I will move to my end step. Blake, that's what I can do. Do your thing.
Oh, let's do our thing. I'm gonna untap.
Me too. We untap together.
Birds of a feather untap together. Alrighty, I'm gonna start by dropping my own Reliquary Tower.
That is very convenient when you're drawing as many cards as we are drawing.
I think so. I'm gonna start by tapping 6 mana for a Warstorm Surge. Whenever a creature you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to any target.
Yikes. Whew.
Alright, I'm gonna tap 2 for Grenzo Havoc Razor. So this is a 2/2 that says whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Go target creature that player controls, or exile the top card of that player's library until end of the next turn. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell.
Yikers. So that's on the stack. What are you going to do with that Warstorm Surge trigger?
Not hit you with...
Yeah, that resolves. That's totally fine. I like that answer.
I'm gonna send 2 to Shea's Dome.
Ouch.
Alright, Shea. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tap 3. We're gonna do a class. Stop staring at me like that, dude. And I'm gonna cast a Chaos Warp, and I'm gonna target your commander.
Whoa. Chaos Warp targeting Hazel?
Hazel of the Root Bloom.
You know what?
What?
I don't like that.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'm trying to kill you this turn, so.
So then I might need a blocker, which means I'm gonna burn these 2 treasures to cast a heroic intervention.
Oh,
Yeah. What else is new? What do I want to do? What do you guys think, table? We're friends.
yeah.
Is Shea that big of a problem that we need to finish her? Should I be focusing on CGB now, Benjamin?
I mean, I've taken 16 squirrel damage, I believe. Something like that.
That's a lot of squirrel damage.
We all have, really.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna need some assurances.
Look,
Where's
here,
it?
I'll say it like it is. Shea has a creature with myriad, and then 2 more creatures with myriad, and she can make 2 more myriads every turn. I don't think you need assurances. I think you have to do it.
I agree.
I think I want some assurances that I won't get attacked this turn.
Ben, are you going to provide assurances?
No, I think you made it pretty clear, CGB. Like, that was good defense in our non-assurances. Meaning,
What?
meaning
You're not in the insurance game.
Or we're not doing it.
Ben, I could just kill you.
Then do it.
I love this man.
You heard him.
I love this
Yeah,
man.
I
No, I would recommend killing Shea because he's a problem for all of us.
Dude called all my bluffs. I gotta respect that.
You have to, yeah.
I don't know if it's out of like just.
I mean, I want to tell you I wouldn't mess with you, but I look at this and there is no way I can say that to you
Exactly.
because you're going to so clearly be the
I
problem.
respect that. I respect
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
you know what I'm gonna do?
Kill me.
Pass the time. I'm gonna send all of the people and the things and the raccoons.
Come on, Blake. There are no people in this game.
True,
We're in Bloomburrow,
true,
baby.
true.
We're sending the animals and the elementals.
I'm gonna have Xenagos give my commander +3/+3, making him a 6/6. And now I'm gonna send everything at Shea.
There it is. There it is.
So they're all 4/4s except for Xenagos, which is a 6/5, indestructible, and Bello is a 6/6. Everything is indestructible except Bello.
So I think that's, what, 16 damage even if I block?
If you block all of my biggest things, you have 4 blockers. You can block the 6, the other 6,
Yep.
and then 2 4s, and that's 4, 8, 12.
12 damage. 12 damage. I think I'm dead,
Yep.
but the question is, do I block things to help you two rascals out? I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
convinced me to kill you.
Yeah, that is true.
Not a lie.
I feel like that decision's up to you, Shea.
All right, I'm staring down lethal.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm not going to block anything, Blake.
Wow.
I want to see chaos reign upon this table. So I
I respect that.
will die, and you all can have fun.
Okay. Yeah.
My Grenzer triggers will go away because she's dead, but I will draw 6 cards.
That's a lot of cards.
That is a lot of cards, but I'm tapped out. So I'm going to pass to Ben.
All right, I'll untap. Draw for turn. I'll tap 2 for an Is It Signet. I'll tap 2 for a Felwar Stone.
Rocks and rocks and rocks?
I'll tap 6 to play a Gate Instigator. And he is Offspring himself. And I paid 2 more for my commander's Offspring. So I'll get 2 copies of a Gate Instigator. And whenever another creature you control enters a battlefield, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Wait, huh?
So I have 3 of those.
Wait, okay. And those are entering and then entering and then entering. So they're going to see each other?
Yeah, I guess so. Because Offspring is an additional cost to cast it, they'll all enter at the same time, doing 6 damage to my opponents. Because one sees the other 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down to 23.
Ouch.
I'll tap 2 to play Lizard Blades.
Oh, yeah. That is another creature entering.
Oh, yeah. 3 more damage, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm down to 20.
Dude, what?
All right, well, I think that's it for me. I'm going to skip combat.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're skipping combat?
I am
That bird?
That doesn't sound like
a
you.
blocker. Need a blocker.
What if I told you?
Whoa.
What if I told you you could have blockers and do combat? As long as it didn't hurt me.
What if I had a friendly raccoon?
But you already do.
Yeah, that's true.
How many blockers do you think I should have?
I don't think you'll need any.
Really?
Yeah, really. Trust me.
Highly suspicious.
That is the
That
worst.
sounds
That's the
so-
least trustworthy trust me I've ever heard in my life.
I'm going to pass the turn and not do combat.
Wow, really? Okay, if you say so.
You said it so untrustworthy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, on the end step, I will cast Intellectual Offering. I will choose an opponent. I'm going to choose Ben. You and that player each draw 3 cards. I'm going to choose an opponent. I'm going to choose Ben. Untap all non-land permanents you control and all non-land permanents that player controls.
So you could have trusted him. It's just the way he said it made it hard.
Okay.
This is just the way I talk. I'm a blue mage.
I mean, the stats add up, I guess.
All right.
Holding priority on the stack, I'm going to tap the Kami of Whispered Hopes, and I'm going to produce 7, we'll call it blue mana in the mana pool. 7 blue mana. I'm also going to trigger Miss Bumbleflower, and I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on we'll go with Bello, my flying bird friend. But it's actually 2 +1/+1 counters because of the Kami. And Ben, you get to draw another card.
Whoa.
So you draw 4, I draw 3.
I guess so, yeah, wow.
You do get to untap your rocks.
Wow.
I know you love your rocks.
I do love rocks.
The Kami will also now untap from Intellectual Offering. I will tap the Kami for white mana. I'll go down to 1 mana in the mana pool, and I'm going to cast Perch Protection.
What?
Well, let's talk about it. This is 6 mana for an instant. Gift an extra turn. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this spell. If you do, they take an extra turn after this one.
What?
I create 4 2/2 blue bird creature tokens with flying. If the gift was promised, all permanents I control phase out, And until my next turn, my life total can't change, and I gain protection from everything.
Wow.
So Teferi's protection with a little gift on top? Plus some birds?
It is exactly that.
That's pretty sweet.
So I want to know right now, which of you two is gonna want the extra turn right now?
Right now, I want it right now.
I would love the extra turn to kill Ben with it.
I would love the extra turn
And
to
then
kill
you just
Blake
have
with
to-
it. Who do you really want to fight?
Who do you want dead?
last?
Who do you want? Yeah.
I
Who do you
think-
want a 1v1 with? By the way,
CGB.
CGB.
Come on.
Yeah,
CGB.
yeah.
You know I'm
Yeah.
easier to
CGB.
kill. You know I'm easier to kill. You want me to kill Blake for you, don't
You know that I've got my raccoon friend who would happily be your friend too.
I do know that.
We are friends.
We are friends?
CGB,
Yes.
CGB, stop listening to him. That's a horrible excuse. You know I'm easier to kill in Magic. So why don't I kill Blake for you, and then you try to kill me, you know?
Oh, I can't
You know
argue
Blake's
against
a
that
better
one.
player. Come on.
They got me on that one.
Yeah, I know.
I think you should give Ben the extra turn.
I mean, did you see that last game? Jeez.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
10. He's got more than me.
10.
Way! No freaking
Cards in library. Let's just start counting.
Shea, I would like a console.
Yes. I feel like with Blake, if you can take out his commander, right, then that
All my
leaves him in an
dudes.
extremely vulnerable position.
Shay's making great points right now.
Ben might be a little harder to deal with.
Oh, okay.
But generally speaking, I suck, you know?
I would not agree with that.
All right, gentlemen. I've made my decision. Blake,
Yeah?
you will draw a card from Mrs. Bumbleflower's trigger.
This feels bad. This feels like bad.
And I will draw 2 cards because this is the second time this ability has resolved. I will
okay.
put 2 +1/+1 counters on my Seedborn Muse because of the trigger as well. And then I will gift an extra turn to neither of you.
What?
I'm just making the birds.
Oh my god.
That goes crazy.
Oh,
Whoa,
man.
I didn't see that coming.
Well
Gas
played.
lit.
Yeah.
Oh, so hard.
Gatekeep, girl boss.
Girl boss.
Jeez.
Let's start it with a Glacial Fortress. I will tap for 1, and I'll cast a Soul Ring. Cha-ching.
Nice.
Then you will draw a card.
Oh, sweet.
I will put 2 +1/+1 counters on Mrs. Bumbleflower. For 5 mana, I will take Wizard Class to level 3, and from now on, when I draw a card, I'll put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that I control.
Holy crap.
I will cast Monologue Tax, a card that certainly suits me. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, I create a treasure token. When I cast this, Mrs. Bumbleflower will trigger, and I will let Blake draw a card.
Oh. Thank you.
I will put 2 +1/+1 counters on my bird, one of my birds. Then I will draw 2 cards from Mrs. Bumbleflower's ability. This will trigger Wizard Class. I will put 2 +1/+1 counters, again because of the Kami, on 2 different birds. I will tap the Kami of Whispered Hopes, and I'm going to make 7 white mana. I will put 1 of them into Overflowing Basin and then spend another for Bant mana, and I will cast Helga, the Skittish Seer. This is a 1/3 legendary frog druid. Whenever I cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, I draw a card, I gain 1 life, and I put a +1/+1 counter on this card. It taps for X mana of any one color where X is its power. I can spend this only on creature spells with mana value 4 or greater, or creature spells with X in their mana cost. Helga will trigger Mrs. Bumbleflower, who will put 2 +1/+1 counters on the last bird that was feeling left out. That bird will gain more flying. Are there any other triggers when this enters? Oh, somebody has to draw a card. Did I give somebody the card draw for Mrs.
Not from
Bumbleflower?
him.
No?
Sure you want me to keep drawing cards?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can draw a card. Draw a card, Blake. Draw a card. Draw. 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 Go ahead.
Thank you for the card.
Is it good?
It's a card.
It's a card? Is it a raccoon? Is it fuzzy? Is it nice?
It is an instant.
I bet it is an instant. Okay, all of my creatures have +1/+1 counters on them, except for Helga here, and that's okay. I'm going to spend 5 mana, and I'm going to cast Damning Verdict to destroy all creatures with no counters on them. When I cast this, it will trigger Mrs. Bumbleflower. Ben, you may draw a card. I will put a +1/+1 counter, 2 +1/+1 counters on Helga, the Skittish Seer.
I will respond with the card I literally just drew.
Yeah? What you got?
I'm gonna cast an Obscuring Haze.
What's that do?
If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control. I can't believe I drew into that.
What? No! No! My plan! Well then, all damage dealt to anybody?
Yes.
What?
But
No.
I said that. No. Damning Verdict on the stack.
Yeah, it was sauce.
Boom! All creatures without counters, dead. Get out of here. Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack you with everything.
I respect
Sending a message.
I respect that. Yeah, no plus.
I will deal you the biggest 0 I have ever dealt to anybody in the game of Magic. In 20-some years, I've never been so disgusted by myself.
I thought for sure you had a counter spell.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah?
You know what? I'm gonna Farseek. And Ben, you get to draw a card. And I'm gonna put 2 +1/+1 counters on my Kami of Whispered Hopes.
Dude.
I'm gonna search. I'm gonna get this lush portico.
This Bumbleflower is vigilance.
You're right, Ben. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I will surveil. I'll put a Temple Guard in my graveyard. You know what? Go. Your turn. I will untap with you. Blake.
All right, I'm gonna play a Fountain Port.
Yeah. And then what? I'm sure this is fine.
All right, I'm gonna tap 7 to recast my commander. The Raccoon Bard.
Warstorm Surge trigger.
Yes, I'm gonna deal 3 damage to your face.
But I gave you cards.
I'll get that for you. And then I'm gonna spend 5. I'm gonna cast a Pinnacle Monk. So when this enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery from my graveyard to my hand.
Whoa, okay. I think I know of an instant or sorcery that has had an influence on this game.
Yes, but before I do that, I'm gonna do 2 damage to your face. With the Pinnacle Monk with Warstorm Surge.
Ah, yes. The classic 2 points to my face. Yes, I will go to 15.
All right, with the trigger from Pinnacle Monk, I will grab my Obscuring Haze back.
I also have a trigger because of your second spell. I will make a treasure with monologue tax.
All right, and then I'm gonna go to combat. Xenagos is going to buff, we'll just say the Hedron Archive, and I'm gonna send them all at you, CGB.
All of them?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
But I've got so many blockers and
I
so
gotta
much
start
power.
working through them. They're all indestructible.
They are all indestructible, that's true. Because of your
Because my commander makes them 4/4 indestructible haste creatures that sabotage on damage.
Anybody think there are some bats, birds, mice, or rabbits out there that can help me out of this situation?
There's only one way to find out.
There is only one way to find out. I'm going to sacrifice Lupin Flower Village and look at the top 6. Sadly, the only creature is a fox rogue.
No!
And somehow failing to find on that one. Even Xenagos is a 4/4 because of the commander.
Yeah.
And they're all indestructible. So I will block the 5 4-power creatures with my 5 toughness creatures or higher. And then you have the 8/8 Hedron Archive that was buffed by Xenagos. That will get blocked by a bird token. Caw.
It's going to be a grind getting through his board, I'll tell you what. It's a losing battle, but someone's got to go for it.
So, unless you have any effects, this bird will die and everything else will bump.
Yep, we're bumping. We are bumping, unfortunately. Well, after all that fun-osity, I will pass to Ben.
I'll untap. I'm going to play a Sulphur Falls Return.
Oh yeah, Seedborn Muse, I untap with you, Ben.
Nice.
These 2 lands.
Exciting.
Okay, so my commander's a whopping 9 to cast. So I'm just going to cast a bunch of spells. I'll tap 4 for a Siege Gang Lieutenant. Doesn't really help me that much.
Yeah, you need your 9-mana commander for the lieutenant card to work.
Sure do. Okay, Blake. You can slow him down a little bit. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm going to play a Skyclave Apparition.
That's your second spell. I make a treasure. Go on.
Good job. I'll target the Kami of Whispered Hopes.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good card, though.
Saucy.
Yeah, you have exiled the Kami of Whispered Hopes, and if this dies, I get a 3/3 illusion.
Yeah, get out of here. I'm going to tap 1 for a Skull Clamp. Because why not?
It's never too late to start clamping.
Yeah. And I'll tap the rest of my mana, which is 5, to play Echoing Assault. Creature tokens you control have menace. Whenever you attack a player, choose target non-token creature that's attacking that player. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1. The token enters tapped, and attacking that player sacrifices it at the beginning of the next end step.
So a creature has to be attacking, and it creates a token that's a copy of the creature that is attacking.
That player, yes.
Oh, that does nothing right now.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Correct. And I'll pass the turn to CGB.
Cool. I wonder if I'll get to deal any combat damage. I'll untap nothing, I'll draw for turn, and because of wizard class, I will put 1 +1/+1 counter on a bird. Let's cast Ishai Ojutai Dragon Speaker. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, I put a +1/+1 counter on Ishai. Mrs. Bumbleflower will trigger. Let's give a +1/+1 counter to Seedborn Muse and make it fly. And Ben gets to draw the card.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
You're never drawing a card off me ever again.
I can't argue with that, man.
When I cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, I draw a card, gain 1 life, and put a counter on Helga. So I'll go up to 16, and I will draw. That is a +1/+1 counter from Wizard class, which will go to this bird. Tapping 6. We're gonna cast Dream Trawler. The Dreamboat is here.
You were always here.
Thank you. You still don't get to draw a card. Ben gets to draw a card.
I thought that was pretty good, though.
It was pretty good. I'll put 2 +1/+1 counters on Helga, 1 from casting Dream Trawler and 1 from Mrs. Bumbleflower. Mrs. Helga will also gain flying. I will draw 2 cards because of Mrs. Bumbleflower's ability.
That's a miss to you.
I will draw 2 cards because of Miss Bumbleflower's ability. I will put 2 +1/+1 counters on the Seedborn Muse from the Wizard class. I will gain 1 life and draw a card from Helga. I will put a +1/+1 counter on the Mockingbird, aka Bello 2.0. I will gift Ben a tapped fish.
Aww. I get my fish.
Because things come around, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go, Ben.
Thanks.
I will cast Into the Floodmaw, and I will return the Echoing Assault to Ben's hand. I will let Ben draw a card from Miss Bumbleflower. I will give Miss Bumbleflower her own +1/+1 counter and the flying ability until end of turn. I still need 1 more spell for the final +1/+1 counter. I'm going to cast a Swords to Plowshares targeting my own Dream Trawler. That will trigger Miss Bumbleflower. Ben, You get to draw the card.
Oh, don't look at me, man.
A +1/+1 counter will go on Miss Bumbleflower, and she will again gain flying. I'll gain 3 life from the Dream Trawler being exiled, and it's time to move to combat. If I've done the math right, here it comes. I am sending exactly 19 across the pond here to Ben and his birds, and exactly 19 in the air over to Blake. Gentlemen?
Okay, you know I got it. I'm gonna cast my Obscuring Haze.
Are you now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to Warstorm Surge you out, man. What you got about the Obscuring Haze, bro?
I'm
No,
gonna sack
come
2
on.
treasures.
No, come on.
I'm gonna cast Long River's Pull.
What does that do?
Well, it says counter target creature spell. But wait, if I gift a card, if that gift was promised, instead I counter target spell.
Who's getting the gift?
Blake.
Yes!
Ben gets the gift.
Woo, I get a card, yeah!
You get the counter spell,
On the Obscuring Haze, bro? But
That's
that kills
right.
me.
and you guys, that's the idea, get lethal.
Yeah. Wow, man. That was so sick.
Oh, GG.
Oh,
GGs.
baby.
What a game.
I should have known you'd have it. You drew how many cards that turn?
Sure got out of a hairy situation on that one.
The paws and claws were flying in that game. Shea was a problem from the beginning with Nexus of Becoming, Squirrel Sovereign, and Scurry of Squirrels, making her battlefield wide, buffed, and myriad. Ben reignited the battle of all bird feeders by trying to take Shea out with flying commander damage. Ben and CGB each cast board wipes, but Blake was unscathed with his board of enchantments and artifacts, and Shea's regenerating squirrels just kept coming back for more. Seeing how nutty Shea's scamper of squirrels could be, Blake threw everything at her to knock her out. With Ben still rebuilding his bird army, this left CGB in a perfect position to end the game. He tried to create a one-sided board wipe backed by a lethal attack with Damning Verdict, but Blake drew the perfect card off Miss Bumbleflower, Obscuring Haze. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and when Blake tried to cast Obscuring Haze again a turn later, the evil CGB hopped to it and used a counterspell to end the game. The card of the game is Starfall Invocation. This brand new board wipe helped Ben and CGB stay in the game. Otherwise, Shea could have won with an unstoppable scurrying stampede. This has been the worst possible Commander Show. Please like and subscribe and leave us a comment letting us know which Bloomburrow card is your favorite. Please help the channel by using our sponsors' links in the description below. You can use the Wizards link to find your local game store and get your Bloomburrow packs today. Or you could order online at coolstuffinc.com and get 5% off with the promo code WORST. Protect your new cards with products from Ultimate Guard. They're the only protection products the crew uses on the show. On behalf of the CovertGo crew, thank you for watching this video, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. You're cool.